So now for loading the images, we will use a third-party library called Universal Image Loader. And Universal Image Loader and run. So we can use this third-party library to load the image, and it provides caching and loading the image from the server. So we'll be using this one. Alright, so what you have to do to load the image, first of all, you need to get this library. Okay, why it is so slow? Alright, and first we need, where is the dependency? Okay, in the quick setup you will find the Gradle. So now it will be the Gradle file in which we have to compile this library so that it will load all the libraries associated with this universal image loader for you. And you don't have to, previously in Eclipse what we had to do is we have to copy the jar files in the jar folder, and then we have to do a lot of stuff, include it, and then we will be able to use the library. But now with Gradle and Embedded Studio, you don't have to do that. You just get the Gradle link and it will be downloaded automatically, and it will be updated automatically in case there is a new version or something. You will get to know, and you will there will be a very small change that you have to do to update the library. So you can download the jar, but that is not recommended. You can use it with the Gradle dependency. So Control C and Control V. So now let's sync, and it has been synced successfully. So now let's open our main activity. Don't move, just open this one. So there is a basic setup that you have to do before using this library. And what is that basic setup? In the manifest file you have to put these two permissions. So let's put these two permissions in the manifest file. The internet permission is already there. We need write external storage permission here, and in the main activity you have to use this thing. So let's copy this and put it here. Remove this line. Image loader configurations config. In this library, the caching of the images is not activated by default, so you have to do that by yourself by writing a piece of code, and that is what I will show you in a second. So if you go to useful info, here you will find the code for setting up image caching, and it will also tell you that how it really works. Okay, so caching is not enabled by default, so you have to enable it. Okay, and we can actually copy this code. So just copy this complete code and put it here. So display options, import class, this is nothing. Image caching, build, image loader, and that's it. So this is the line of code you have to write to enable the caching, and there is a lot of different options that you can find and use in this library documentation. Now if you want to load an image, then You only need to call this thing, and where we want to load our image, this is the movie icon. We want to load our image here. So here you have to pass the image URL and the image view. And if we check the JSON response again, where are you? Okay, so in the image section we get the complete URL of our image. So we can use this image URL, and we have the image view already. So movie icon, and for the image URL we can use the movie model list dot get position dot get image, and this will load the image and will put the image in this image view for you. Now how this image loader works, or how this complete universal image loader library works, well, let's see in the task flow. Okay, so what it really does, first it runs basically on the hit and try method on the image. So what it does, first it will take a URL and search in the memory cache that if the image is present. If it is present, then it will process and display the bitmap. Otherwise, if it is not present, it will search in the disk that if it is saved or not. And if it is found, then it will process and cache and display. If both of the cases fail, then it will make a call to the server, a hit on the server, and download the image and then cache the image, and then rest of the process. So basically, when you download an image once, you don't download it twice until unless it is changed. It will be either in the disk or in the memory, and you will use it from there itself and will display the image. So this will this library will do that whole process for you automatically. You don't have to take care of anything. Just you have to call this method in your loader.get instance. So now let's run our project and let's see that if we are able to load the images or not. So let's run it. What's this? Alright. Okay, so I have connected my device. Let me run this code. Okay, and our project is loaded. Refresh. Okay, so the data has arrived, but the images are still downloading in the background, and we can see that in the worker section here, that if the data is being downloaded or not. Okay, so one image is loaded. Now we need other two images. They will download. My internet is a little slow. It's a slow one, so it will take a little bit of time to download these images. Okay, so now you can see the images are being downloaded one by one. Our rating is working perfectly fine. You see this. This image is also downloaded. Okay, in the Life of Beautiful we are seeing a different image. Now it is downloaded, and the other one, this one is downloaded. Let's go to the bottom. Okay, so this one is downloaded again. Now if I close my project, and if I run my project once again, this is the one, and I reload, refresh. So you see the images now are being loaded automatically. It does not re-download the images from the server. It will use the images which are already downloaded, or in the cache, or in the disk. on the disk. So now you are done with the images. There is a couple of tweaks that you can do here. While the images are being downloaded, we can display a loader here. So for that we need to make some changes in the row. So here we used a frame layout, and the reason I use frame layout is because I want to display an image loader, that the image is loading. Now that is called a progress bar, and you can use a normal progress bar here. You can place it in the center, and now you can you can remove this image. I can remove this image. So I have one progress bar here, and let it be the progress bar. And in the main activity, we can create one more view, progress bar, progress bar, progress bar equals to progress bar, convert view dot find view by id r id dot progress bar, and we can add one listener here on this display image. So we can add one more argument here, that is new image loader listener, and this provides you a couple of methods. So onloading started, onloading failed, loading complete, and loading cancelled. So progress bar dot set visibility view dot visible, and if the loading is failed, it should be gone. If it is completed, it should be gone, and if it is cancelled, it should be gone. And make it final. Okay, so if you make it final here, then it will create problems for us. So don't make it final here, and I will make it final like this. So now what will happen, while the image is downloading from the server, it will display a progress bar instead of a default image. Okay, and when the image is done, then it will display the image directly, so it will be visible and invisible. So now let's run this project again. Now the images are cached already, so what I have to do, I have to uninstall this project, this application from my device first. Let me install this one. And let me install this one, the old one also, because it can be caching the images. Okay, now if I run my project once again, let's see what happens. Now this time, instead of getting a default image, I should get a loading symbol there. However, you can use a default image in your code. Okay, so now let's load the data, refresh, and we get the data, and you see that we are getting a loading symbol here. So the image is being loaded, right? So this is what I wanted to do, the loading thing in the background, and now the images are being loaded and displayed. So you can make some changes here. So now you can make some changes here like this to display more appropriate data to the user. Now the last thing is that my list view on my phone is a little sluggish, and the reason is that this getView method gets called at least 10 times in my example, and 10 times what you are doing, you are finding these views from the XML files. So find view by ID is an expensive task actually. It's not a very easy task. It's an expensive task in terms of CPU and memory. So you don't want to do it again and again. If you do it for every item, it will make your list look sluggish. And to get rid of that, we use something called ViewHolder pattern. And I will implement this ViewHolder pattern in this example. So what you have to do here, you have to make another class inside the adapter, and this class is class ViewHolder, and this is the reason I made these guys separately. So I will cut it from here and we'll paste it here, and let's make them private. So private, oops, private. So what we have to do here, if ViewHolder holder equals to null. So if we are loading our, okay, this convert view, this view is null the first time you load the first item of the list. The next time you load the item, it is not null. It is holding the reference of the previous item. Why? Because we return the same convert view back. So on the first instance it is null, and in this case we can actually find all of our views. But now these views belongs to the holder, the view holder. So it should be view holder. Okay. And convert view dot set tag holder. Now if we are not getting the item for the first time, then what we will do, we will initialize our holder with convert view dot get tag and cast it into a view holder. So first time you are loading this list item, then what you have to do, check if your convert view is null, then find all the IDs, find all the views by their IDs, and then tag them into the holder via holder, and then you can use the same tag to get the holder back. Now again I have to use this holder wherever I'm using the different things. Okay, cast story, okay, that's it. What is this error? Okay, here we are using this Ivy movie icon, so we have to use the holder here too. So okay, we are almost done. So now if you run this code on your device, what you will find that your list is not sluggish at all. It will increase the scrolling by like a great amount. So let me just run this. You'll not be able to notice this thing on this slow emulator, this visor, because it is slow itself. So you'll not be able to. Okay, you got a crash. And what is this crash? Null pointer exception during invoke static view, image view, access image view method, outline number 173. So holder dot iv movie icon. Oh sorry, yeah, we forgot one thing, that our holder is null, so it should be a new holder, right? So run it once again. Okay, so here we go again. So now let's run this thing once again, refresh. and maybe here's the data. Okay, here's the data. So now you see, now you will notice yourself that this list view is quite fast. You'll not be able to see this on this slow device because it's coming directly from here, but you'll be able to see this on a real device that this thing is really fast. Just make it really fast. Now the last thing is that when we click on refresh button, we don't know what is going on, right? We don't want to do that. We want to display a dialog to the user that something is going on in the background. So for that, what we have to do, we have to use a progress dialog.